Well, I woke up this morning and it was a little chilly this morning. Very happy with the way Manhattan Money raced last night. He was really, really good. Raced good. I thought he was beat halfway around the last turn. He dug in to win the race. I mean, it wasn't a tremendous mile, but still did his work as well as he could. And quite frankly, if he's going to struggle in the class above this, then obviously we'll probably look to move him and bring in a horse that can't. We do have still are in very much in acquisition mode as we head into the fall. I'm just looking through the Harrisburg catalog also to see what's in there. I already know what's in there. I've already heard from a couple of people some of the racehorses that are in there and will be in there, either in this or the supplement, which interests me quite a bit. So we'll talk about that a little further down the road. We're just getting it done with Lexington and London yesterday. I had a number of people message me about Indiana. I said, I'm not in Indiana. I do have somebody. Now, they didn't go to Indiana for us, but they looked at one horse. Somebody sent me a number of hips, and I'm a rabbit hole person. I know that. I gotta watch it sometimes at night. I'll go on Facebook and get into the reels, and then all of a sudden it's 1:30 in the morning. Can't do that. I'm that guy. I'm the rabbit hole guy. So somebody had sent me some hips of horses, and I looked through the catalog quickly, and I was like, man, I really like the rebuffs a lot, actually. And I looked at every rebuff in the sale. So when I get up in the morning, I answer the emails, the overnight emails. I answer them, and by the time I get to the burn, between getting ready, getting the kids in the car, getting Starbucks most days, and dropping them off at school, getting to the burn, I have there's been an hour and 10 minutes. So there's a lot of early morning emails, right? People asking new things, and new questions. So I go in the burn. I wanted to check on Cherry's Girl this morning. I had talked to, one second here, I'm just getting the mail. And there's none. I had talked to Jason and Cindy about Cherry's Girl. They said, Anthony, she looks great. There's no coughing, no mucus. She's never come off her feed. She's never spiked a temperature. I think she's over it. I said, okay, but it's tough to beat science. And 2 days ago when we drew that SAA test, it said she wasn't over it. So I'm wondering, is she or isn't she? The horseman in me looks at the horse the same as they did and said she's fine. We did draw our SAA test today, and that number has plummeted. So it does look, if you'd asked me yesterday, if you'd have put me on the spot and said, all right, I need to know, do you think Cherry's Girl is going to race on Saturday? I would have said, I'm not positive, maybe not. But as of today, I think Cherry's Girl will be going to Virginia on Saturday to race. So I am going to make my way to Virginia also. I booked a ticket from Pearson International Airport to the closest airport to Shenandoah, Virginia, internationally speaking, is Dulles, an hour and 5 minutes away. If there's anybody out there who lives in the greater Dulles area, I don't even know. Isn't that Washington? I don't even know. If you're anywhere near Dulles on Saturday, I'd love a ride to Shenandoah town. It's only an hour and 10 minutes away into what I believe is another state. So but that's all right. It's no big deal. I'll get an Uber or something, make my way over to Shenandoah and get a ride back with Logan and Lauren. Are going to bring the horses down to Shenandoah on Friday afternoon. So that's what I'm going to do there. So I was checking in with the babies, a lot of them getting over the virus, a lot of the race horses too getting over the virus. So it appears that we're over that crest of that wall is complete, and we're pushing forward now, which is always good. No significant issues as far as high temps or, there's some snot and stuff, but that's just baby stuff. So very happy with the way the horse raced last night, and then the trainers this morning. I trained Nassau slow mile, 1 mile and 22 with him. He was good, very good. Now there's a horse that was sick for 2 or 3 weeks, and he's fine now. Somebody asked me, well, what happened? Who knows? Could be a million things. I have no idea what had happened, but I know that he was sick, and he's feeling better now. He's shining up real good. His spirits were great today. He was sharp as attack training, which is exactly what I was looking for. As far as a timeline, I can't really give you one. I can tell you he trained great in 22 today. He's probably 3 weeks from the race bike, and then at that point I can give you a real good answer as to where he is and where he might end up. Corbin, we didn't get Maury in, I don't think, unless he get in on Tuesday, but we did not get Maury in. I was a little bit miffed over that. I wanted to get him raced 2 weeks in a row, but we're going to have to wait. Spitfire Overseas is in on Monday in a good spot, I believe. Scott Zeron's going to drive him. He's going to drive the 2 Pacers on Sunday, and they're buried, both of them. Somebody messaged me and said, why is Neptune in the Open? Well, he was going to have to race against Timas on my side here. I didn't really want to race him at Northfield Park, and I was hoping they would put him in the Open too at Corbin. But when you're coming in and the race secretary looks and it says win in 52, win in 50, third paced 50 and 4, you're going in the Open. And that's especially when you're a newbie, right? You're the new kid on the block. So he's going to have to race in the Open this week. Scotty knows he's in tough. Rock Shining Star coming off a race. Again, some mucus there, but no sickness. I did ask Dr. Latessa maybe to draw an SAA. I said to Jason and him, I said, hey, you don't want to ship this horse down to Kentucky if he's not good. So make sure we draw an SAA on him on Friday before they leave. Actually, no, they're leaving Friday morning. I thought they were going to leave on Thursday. Today they can't. And then Spitfire Overseas also, just make sure everybody is good as they head to Kentucky. This morning I had some trainers, as I said. Nassau trained, and then I trained Arrowhead Hanover in 2 minutes last half in 58, which was exactly where he was comfortable going. Coming off the virus, you don't want to stretch them too thin. I want to work them out, and I want to push them, but I want to push him to where he doesn't feel overtaxed. Right? He feels like it's a good workout, but not too much. And that's what he felt like this morning. He was very, very good in training. And then Yo Mister, I trained him. We're going to have some diagnostic tests done on Yo Mister. He trained great today. It wasn't how he trained. Couldn't ask him to train any better. I just told you that Arrowhead Hanover trained great in 2 minutes. I trained Yo Mister in 57 by himself. On a track he shouldn't have been able to get over. He doesn't get over a half-mile track very well. He get over this one very well this morning. 57 last half and 57. He was strong, but it was after. He was a little off on that right hind. I don't think it's not normal. And Dr. Latessa and I just sat there and watched him walk for about 5 minutes and just said, geez, that's weird, eh? It doesn't look like a foot, a pastern, an ankle, a cannonbone. It doesn't feel like that. It feels more obscure. And the only way, because there was already a barrage of x-rays done on Yo Mister. And this is more or less, if he was an older horse, you'd say, all right, we'll just pulse him up. He'll be fine. We'll get him raced, and then, we'll reevaluate. But when you have the speed he does, and even though he's not an old horse, we think he is because we've had him a long time. He's a 6-year-old. And I believe when it comes to Yo Mister, there's still a lot of talent in there. And what he showed me today was impressive. Very impressive. So I just said to Mike, I said, honestly, looking at the look on your face, the only true way to know what is up with this horse, if in fact there's anything up with this horse, is to go to the Ohio State University, get a bone scan done. They'll find everything, every nook and cranny. There'll be no stone unturned. They just have more tools, right? More diagnostics. That bone scan's an incredible machine. A couple of years ago, we had a horse that had same type of thing, actually. Not the same way, but the same type of elusive injury. Mounds for All got hurt when Ron Burke had him, you remember? And x-ray, 3 weeks of x-rays, couldn't find anything. And they had a bone scan done, and sure enough, there was a minor line in his foot. I don't think this is the same injury, but the same kind of injury. And again, we're not talking about a long time off. Now, that foot was, I think, 2 months, but if it's what I think it is, it's 3 weeks in the stall. But further to that, if it is anything like I think it is, you can't race him. You would be playing with fire. So when it comes to Yo Mister, just going to pump the brakes. We do have Dr. Latessa rushed an appointment. They're booked for a multitude of animals and breeds and stuff. So October the 27th is the first time we get in. So we're going to pump the brakes on Yo Mister for another 12 days. Wait, now see, 11 days from today. We're going to drop him off just to make sure. At the very least, he's going to be fine. We're going to know everything. That's the one reason I did want to take him also. He always has that rickety way of going. So there are some underlying issues. There's some old, as horsemen say, racehorse stuff. Like an athlete would tell you, yeah, am I ever perfect? No. Well, I can tell you every nook and cranny of this horse when they're done with that bone scan. Maybe he has a left pastern that bothers him from time to time. Maybe his feet hurt them in a way that we can't see, and they can give you again prognosis and say, well, this is how you should shoe this horse. This is how maybe these shoes may benefit this horse, rather than just saying, no, I think the mushroom bars we have on them are the right way to go. But I don't have the information to make that absolutely certain, right? That decision. And when it comes to anything, high or low on that horse, they will know. So it's not that he's lame, but as I said, I'm going to file it under where there's smoke, there's fire, and just be very aware. So in 11 days, we'll know for sure. But at the very least, he'll be a little bit short after 11 days because he trained absolutely tremendous this morning at Northfield Park. So that is what went on today. Looks like money, raced great, finished 4th in 51 again. Now, surely they're going to write a backup class, which he fits now. He can't be greedy all year and say, oh, I want, can you just take the 2 fastest horses out of the open and let us race against the other ones again? Doesn't work that way. There's always somebody around the corner waiting for you. But he does fit a much lower class, and I don't want to have to move him to Northfield or somewhere else to get into that class. Listen, it was great. We were the king of the castle for quite a while. There's a couple of killers in there right now, and when it comes to Looks Like Money, he has earned his right to drop down, and hopefully he can next week. Tonight, we have Allure. I'll be in Ontario. Maybe I'll go down and watch Allure race live. What are her odds before I say that? 3-1. I may go down and watch Allure race live tonight at Mohawk. Tomorrow we have Time Is On My Side. 2-1. Aaron Merriman driving him. That is great. 3-point blue chip 9-2. Aaron's going to drive him too. Perfect. Chicago Hall 9-2 with Tyler. That's good. And then we have our girls Jailbird Jog 7-2 with James McDonald tomorrow, and Perfect Thought 6-1 with Scott Zeron also tomorrow. So there you have it. You're mostly completely updated. I'll bring you a video, probably not today, but over the next day or so, we'll bring some more videos from Ontario. I'll finish up your videos. I may have to do them either Friday or Sunday because I'll be traveling on Saturday, but surely you understand. So I'll talk to you all very soon. Have a great rest of your Thursday. It's a beautiful day here in Ohio, and I hope it stays this nice the rest of the day. Take care.